Hi guys, I hope you're all well. So today I'm going to be doing this look for you. I think this is kind of more like a going out spring look. So it's quite dark on the eyes, but then the lips are nice and nude and the skin looks really fresh. So I hope you really like the look. If you want to see how I achieved it, then please keep watching. So as you can see, I've already got my eyebrows on because I'm just saving time. I've got brow tutorials, so you don't need to see that again. For primer, I'm going to be using this new one from Urban Decay. It's called the Self-Adjusting. I haven't used this before. A lot of the products I'm using today actually are my first time using. So this primer is a complexion primer, adapting pigments, soft focus effect and shine control. So it's got one pump. Whoa. I think you need less than one pump. For foundation, I'm going to be using NUDE Fab in the shade 25. Again, another product I haven't used before. I got sent this yesterday, so hopefully it's the correct shade. My skin feels really soft from that primer, by the way. So I'm just dotting this foundation all over my face, and then I'll blend it in with my beauty blender. Oh, this looks nice. Looks like the perfect shade for me when I have fake tan on. Obviously when I'm pale this won't be, but it looks nice. For concealer I'm using my Old Faithful, which is the Maybelline Eraser Eye. I really want to try this heart shaped tape, but I haven't got my hands on it yet. So I'm just popping this in an upside down triangle under the eyes, just to really highlight under there. The cupid's bow, the chin, the centre of the forehead and the tip of the nose. And again, using my beauty blender, I'm going to blend that into the skin. There was one more thing I needed to do to my eyebrows, and that was to add the brow build from Illamasqua. This is nearly all gone, so I really need to purchase a new one. But I thought I'd do that after my foundation because otherwise it doesn't go quite as well. So I'm just gonna fluff up my brows, and this will help them also stay in place. So for contour, I'm going to be using this shade just here, right in this corner next to my engagement ring. And this is from NUDE Fab, sorry I didn't say what brand. And again, I haven't used this before, so I don't know what it's going to be like, but let's just give this a try. It looks quite dark, but that's the one I'm going to use first. Make sure to tap it off. I think this is in contour shade medium. So using my hula brush from Benefit, I'm just popping it on under my cheekbones. It's really good. And then also around the top of the forehead. For highlight, I'm going to be using the new highlight palette from NUDE Fab yet again, and I don't know what shade to go with. A little look. I think I'm going to mix the yellowy shade with the centre shade, and we'll see what that looks like. I like mixing them when they're in like a highlight palette like this. I'm just popping it on the top of my cheekbone. Oh, that's pretty. Now I'm just going to go a bit more of the yellow as opposed to the other one, because I think the yellow is all I need at the moment actually. That is so nice. So again, using the yellow highlighter, which is called Selfie, I'm going to put it on my cupid's bow and then down the centre of the nose. Now I'm going to be setting the under eyes with the Bare Minerals Well Rested powder. I haven't used this in ages, but I used to use it all the time. So I just pat this under the eyes. This also gives you a little bit of extra coverage because it's actually classed as a concealer. So I've done one eye off camera. I haven't put lashes on for quite some time now. I was in a bit of a roll with it, but this is the first time I've done it in absolutely ages, and it didn't go great, but you'd probably be able to put them on better than me. I'm still, having to practice because of the old paralysed hands, but anyway. the eye look I'm doing, first of all I'm going to start with the Urban Decay Ultimate Basics palette, and first of all I'm going to go in with the shade Commando. And to do this I'm using a big fluffy brush from YSL, and what I'm doing is popping it into the upper crease area and just going backwards and forwards and then in circular motions. This brush is so soft, and this will work as our transition shade. And what I'm also going to do is run the shade Commando underneath my lower lash line, joining it up with the top, just to make it nice and smoky. Now I'm going to go in with the shade Instinct, which is that purpley shade, and I'm just going to run this through the crease. Just doing the same as we did before, go backwards and forwards. This is a really simple going out look. It doesn't take that much effort. Apart from when you put the lashes on, they go wrong. Like literally, I think that lash is about to fall off. But I've got to keep practicing, if not I'll completely never be able to do it. Now through the crease and the outer corner, I'm going to go in with the shade Lethal. And I'm using this Lily England brush, which is quite dense. Firstly, I'm going to pack it on the outer corner of the eye. And then whatever's left on the brush, I'm going to run through the crease really slowly. I'm also going to run it on the outer corner of the lower lash line. And I'm just going to get the big brush we use to start with, just blend all of that together. Just a little bit. For the brow bone and the inner corner, I'm going to be using that yellowy shade we used from the Knit Fab Highlight palette. Just going to apply that to the inner corner. It really opens up the eyes. And a touch to the brow bone. On the base of the lid, I'm going to be using this NYX pigment in the shade Metallic Velvet. And what I'm going to do is mix it together with the NYX mixing medium. And I'm just going to pop this over the base of the lid. Up to where we put the shade Lethal, because obviously we don't want to put it on top of the work we've just done. This shade is really iridescent. It's got like purple and blue sort of tones in it. Goes really well with the eyeshadows we've used previously. For eyeliner, I'm going to be using the Kat Von D Tattoo Liner. For mascara, I'm going to be using YSL The Shock. So I'll do the lower lash line in a moment with mascara, obviously. I just don't like to put it on before I do my lashes because I feel like I get it everywhere, like it will then smudge. So the lashes I'm using today are already out of the box, but I'll show you the box. And it is from Allure, and these are their luxe ones. And the ones I'm using are called Bauble. And there's probably not a very good example of them, but they're like their more luxury ones. These are like mink effect, but not mink. I think that's as good as it's going to get today, I'm afraid. I am so sorry. It's like this is my job, and yeah, it doesn't even look that great, but I apologise, and I will keep practicing. Always won't my lashes, but I will keep practicing. It doesn't deter away from the look though, I hope. And then finally for lips, I'm going to be using the Knit Fab liquid lipstick in the shade Candy. Ooh, I like this. How nice is that nude? So that's the final look, guys. I really hope you enjoyed this tutorial despite the lash drama. Things happen and we have to carry on. This is what this has taught me today. Like, you know, it's not always going to go to plan, but you can keep plodding on, and I just need to keep practicing. And, you know, hopefully you still enjoyed the look. I'm so obsessed with this Nip and Fab range. Honestly, it's so nice. The foundation looks really good. I mean, I don't know if it's the primer that's helped, but that primer really did soften my skin from Urban Decay. Highlight is so strong, beautiful. Contours fab, love it. And this lip, can we talk about this lip? This is like the perfect nude, especially when you've got a bit of a tan, because I've got a little bit of a tan, so I don't know if this will look as nice on me when I'm my normal shade of pale, but yeah, I really like it when I've got a tan. The pigment from NYX is so pretty and so different that I thought it would be good to use. But yeah, I really hope you enjoyed this tutorial. Please give it a thumbs up if you did, and don't forget to subscribe so our family can grow and you can see more from me. But yeah, I hope you all have an amazing day, and I will speak to you soon.